doesn't have a chance on Raw, which I agree he doesn't currently. If you put him to 205, that's it. That's as high he'll ever go in his career. I mean, obviously things can change, but I just feel overall it'd be a
Could
bad move.
this now? You know how everybody says, they leave the WWE, they go out to the Indies, and they kind of reestablish themselves, get their momentum going again to where WWE sees them, and they bring them back. We've seen it several times. Now, could that be the same for Finn Balor, where they move him to 205 Live, say he does a great job, brings some ratings to the show, makes it a better show, that maybe Vince will open his eyes a little bit and give Finn Balor a proper shot? Or do you think Finn Balor's chances of winning WWE Championship are done?
I think I'd rather see Balor go to SmackDown before you try to just send him completely to 205. Because then Balor, who's been feuding with people like getting involved in the big main feuds like Roman and Roman, Braun, Drew, like all those big top guys like Rollins, he's had series with, and then he goes and faces Leo Rush.
Yeah. What about you, Dave?
On the 205 Live thing or Balor?
Both. Go about whatever you want to touch on first.
I'll go 205 Live first. Hey, like I told you guys in the chat, I mean, I think it's a great move, and I would love for them. I know you said, Alex even said that it cost them more money if they just took 205 Live, which I think they should because they could actually make it look like NXT a little bit and take it to Orlando. And, instead of being some kind of rush, 4 matches or 3 matches for an hour, then we're done and out here. I get money situation, saves them money doing it that way. But, man, they could put together a really good product and even drop the 205 Live name, and just have it be something else. I even mentioned at one point combining it with NXT and taking the Cruiserweight title and putting it there. Now, I didn't state this completely, but I would say also if they did that, I would say give NXT an extra hour then. If you're going to take 205 Live
Well,
off.
it has been kind of rumored once WWE does the official move to Fox that, NXT is supposed to be going with them and possibly adding an extra hour. So, maybe they can do that. I just think if they did add 205 Live guys to the NXT roster, that'd be an overload of wrestlers.
Yeah.
And we already complain enough that our certain wrestlers aren't used on TV or even on TV at all. Imagine the people we wouldn't see already with the combination of the two together. We may not even see a lot of women wrestling as well, if that would happen as well.
But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But I still think it would help them a lot if 205 Live was back in Orlando, like where the Cruiserweight's title was first born when they did this Cruiserweight Classic in Orlando. And you could do something similar, even do tapings with NXT, type thing. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I just like that idea. I think it would be better off moved, but I do love the new time change because to me, it's a better time slot instead of being on after the Mixed Max Challenge. And if they tape it after that, that's really going to be bad. They should tape it I think they should tape it before SmackDown, but I don't know. Now, on to Balor joining, man. And you talk about would Vince see him in a different light? No, because just like us, Vince doesn't watch 205 Live.
Fair point.
I mean, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Star power is needed for that, but take a guy like a Tyler Breeze and put him on 205 Live, not Finn Balor. Add some guys that we're used to seeing on Raw or SmackDown that we don't really see. And Zack Ryder has to be like 205 or close to it, I would think. Put him on there.
No, Zack's pretty yoked.
Yeah, he's pretty big. DX in the chat made a good point. What about Rey Mysterio?
No.
Would that disappoint you if Rey Mysterio came back and they put him on 205 Live?
If they put that in his contract, I said I wouldn't come back. No, I'm not signing this shit. He deserves better than that. Come on.
What about you, Alex?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, I would be fine with Ray at this point in his career, either in 205 or the main roster. I think he'd be good. I think he'd be great for 205, if being honest, because I do want to see 205 get better.
Yeah, I do too, but I think Ray's too big for 205. Not that like weight-wise. I just meant star-wise, because he's going to be so good at selling to kids with his mask. People love him. He's a big key guy Vince loves to have for when they go overseas to Mexico or something like that. So Yeah, I mean, I just don't see Ray going to 205. I
don't
hope
see it
not
either, but
anyway.
if they did it, I wouldn't be shocked. So Dave Meltzer was touching on Daniel Bryan on his recent Daily Wrestling Observer. And WWE reportedly sees SmackDown Live superstar Daniel Bryan as just a guy since he returned to in-ring competition. According to Dave Meltzer, the company still recognizes how popular the Yes Movement leader is, but do not see him as a massively popular mega star he was in 2014. The whole Daniel Bryan booking since WrestleMania that actually should go down as a promotional malpractice, as over as he was when he first made the comeback to where he is now. He's still popular and they'll chant, but it's like he's just a guy. Even guys in the company know, bring it up. On the road, he's more than just a guy, but they'll go like, yeah, you watch the TV, he's just a guy on the roster, and he should be so much more than that. According, I guess that's the roster talking about Daniel Bryan. Your thoughts, Alex? Daniel Bryan as just a guy. Do you see Daniel Bryan in a title picture or a title holder anytime soon?
I mean, do you blame Bryan? I mean, like we just said, his booking, like they had a big moment leading up to Mania, and then like pretty much after they just treated him like another guy. Like Bryan back in 2014 had the special field around, like everything throughout the show was centered around him, and now he's just another feudo. So yeah, like from the booking, Bryan doesn't have that magic, but we know he could just, if you put him in a serious like title feud, like then yeah, we could get behind. I'm sure Bryan could still be a top guy. I mean, I'd still love to see him go against Joe or AJ at WrestleMania. Like I think Bryan should be in a title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how far Daniel. I mean, the luck that Daniel Bryan, the Cinderella story has burnt out. That was crazy. The roller coaster ride that Daniel Bryan has been on since winning the title, losing it, getting the injury, and just the whole type of mess that he's been going through the last couple of years, and now coming back, and he's still. To me, it's just still kind of stale, a little bit. It's not really going anywhere, unfortunately, with Daniel Bryan, other than a feud finally with The Miz. What about you, Dave? Your thoughts? You're a big Daniel Bryan fan on here.
I want to know, when did we start taking Dave Meltzer's word as gospel? That's what I want to know. I don't believe anything he says. I mean, what? Because he reports that, guys in the locker room say that Daniel Bryan's just another guy. I think he's just mad because he didn't go to Japan. I think that's why. That's what I think. Meltzer's mad. And Daniel Bryan just signed a contract. Why would they push him to the moon if he hasn't even signed a new contract yet? He just got a new contract. It's only he hasn't even had that many matches yet. So I say they're waiting to let him get a few more matches under his belt to really push him. I think they see him more as just another guy.
But with Joe and AJ taking up the rest of the year, like, do you see Bryan getting himself into the title picture before Mania?
Hey, if you told me I could have Daniel Bryan and Nakamura for the U.S. title, I'd take it.
That's a title. God. I forgot Nakamura's U.S. champion.
Wouldn't you take that match?
What do you want to see that he's on the brand that's pretty much built around weak stories and style and weak. Wow. Okay.
I just agree. SmackDown has some of the best storylines going on right now. I think Raw is boring more than anything.
SmackDown is definitely the better, more entertaining show for sure.
All right. All right. Let's move on to.
Then again, NXT is.
Let's move on to some interesting news that just came out. We have a couple of more items we'll touch on, and then we'll go on with our Hell in a Cell predictions. According to the Wrestling Observer, WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling are both interested in signing current Impact Wrestling star Killer Kross. As fans may be aware, Kross has also worked for both Lucha Libre, AAA, and Lucha Underground. He is currently a member of Austin Aries' faction in Impact Wrestling along with Moose. Dave Meltzer wrote the following: due to his size and look, both New Japan and WWE have interest in Killer Kross. So your thoughts, Alex, on both organizations interested in Killer Kross, and which one would you rather him go to?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know, like, I'm a fan of Killer Cross, and I personally prefer to see him go to New Japan. I think he could do some real damage, like him joining like Suzuki Gun or something like that, or even just like Jay White breaking off and creating his own chaos, like things like that. Like get creative with him and let him keep his like psycho gimmick. But I can definitely see why Vince like Triple H took a look at him and was like, yep. So I prefer New Japan, but glad he's he's on the radar.
What about you, Dave? Are you kind of shocked by this? Did you think it was going to be someone else?
Yeah, about who you said, yeah, I thought you were going to say somebody else, actually. Yeah, I did. But, I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all that he's a big guy. I think he's still pretty young. I'm not sure his age. But, so, yeah, why not have him show up and just another guy Vince would love because he loves these big guys. I mean, so, yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, it would work. I mean, I'm not – do I want to see it happen? I don't know, but I'm not really that huge of a fan of Killer Cross either. So it's not like, oh man, I don't want to see him leave him. It's like, to me right now in Impact, to quote the gospel, to me, Killer Cross is kind of just another guy.
Okay. WWE wants to sign Walter as well. He's Kevin Owens' muscle. Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, I'm actually kind of interested to see if this is actually goes down. Now, if Killer Cross was to sign with the WWE, do you think he'd go to the main roster or to NXT first? Probably NXT more than likely, right?
I'd actually say main roster.
Yeah, you could bring him in as someone's like bodyguard or an enforcer or something like that if they want to do something like that. You know, think if Triple H decides to get back in the ring and he's feuding with somebody again, and he could use Killer Cross as like an enforcer.
That was the Speeds just came back from the live event, or he might still be there from the live event in Houston, WWE live event in Houston, Texas. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope there were some good matches tonight. Excuse me. Some Mick Foley stuff. Mick Foley will not take any bumps at Hell in a Cell. As seen on Monday Night Raw this week, it was announced that Mick Foley will be the special guest referee for Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. However, everybody's favorite and Dave's favorite as well, Dave Meltzer is reporting that the hardcore icon is prohibited from taking any bumps. This isn't really surprising given that Foley underwent hip replacement surgery last year. Speaking of Hell in a Cell, WWE did a little interesting inside look of WWE crew putting together the Hell in a Cell, but this time the Hell in a Cell was a little bit different. It had a new color to it. It was red, I guess, living up to the Hell theme. So what's up, Budweiser? How you doing tonight? So now we have a red Hell in a Cell cage. If you do not follow the GWN network on Twitter, they kind of threw a little shot at WWE saying, oh, look, a all red cage. I wonder where they got that idea from. If anybody doesn't remember, that's how I think the X Division, right? Or the Asylum. What was it, Dave?
What, Lethal Lockdown? Did they do it red before? I don't even remember.
I don't remember. They did have a red. I can't remember what match. Adam Bomber could probably tell us in the chat room. So, yeah, the Hell in a Cell is now red. It seems that they kind of modified the cage as well. People were saying that it looks maybe smaller, wider, longer. So they may have modified it as well. So we'll go with you first, Dave. Are you shocked Mick Foley will not be taking any bumps at Hell in the Cell? And what did you think? I don't know if you even saw it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so we'll just go with your thoughts on Mick Foley.
Now, don't get mad, people, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'm sorry. Sorry to disagree with the gospel, but I'm going to go with I think Mick Foley takes bumps. I don't care what Meltzer says. I think he's taking some kind of bump.
If it may be not like a drastic bump, but maybe what if he gets accidentally punched in the face or a close?
I don't think he's going off the cage or nothing like that. I'm not going that far, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure he gets knocked out or something.
I could definitely see him get not like speared or anything too crazy, but definitely maybe get a spear. Really, with his recent surgery, Alex, you're the doctor here. Would you advise Mick Foley taking a spear from Roman Reigns a year after hip surgery?
I mean, we joke about Taker's hips. Like, you think Taker's hips are shit? Like, look at Mick Foley's. I mean,
it's not Goldberg.
I could see Foley taking a Superman punch type of spot.
But come on, guys. It's not like it's Goldberg delivering the spear. It's Reigns. I'm sure Reigns.
That would be a pretty. Roman's a big guy.
Yeah, I think you're underestimating Roman Reigns. I get
I'm credit. How am I underestimating him?
I mean, a spear by anybody,
like a bump, just from the bump standpoint, not like how it looks. Like actually, like.
I'm saying Goldberg hurts people, and he does. I'm saying Roman's takes care of people in the ring. That's what I'm saying. I think he would take care of Mick Foley with that spear.
The spear bump is just not. There's no need for him to take it, because how much is Foley honestly going to add to the match between Braun and Roman? It really doesn't.
He doesn't bring really anything other than what Dave and I were discussing. We'll probably discuss it more on our predictions, that a possible screw job maybe happens at Hell in the Cell, but that's probably more than likely not going to happen. Yes, there you go. So Batista had an interesting tweet over the during the week where a fan asked, tweeted out, I hope Dave Batista's at SmackDown 1000. I just got my tickets. WWE, work something out, please. Excuse me. Well, Dave Batista responded, surprise, surprise, I wasn't invited, and it's in my hometown. Guess by now I shouldn't be shocked anymore. Now,
according to Dave Meltzer.
No, it's not. No. Well, this is no. This is all this is according to Batista on his Twitter page. Now, do you think Batista has a legit gripe here? Should he be at SmackDown 1000, Alex?
I mean, when I think of Batista and SmackDown, he did have a pretty lengthy reign, and I always remember his time with Eddie Guerrero before he passed. So, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I really don't care if he shows up or not.
Adam Awesome in the chat room puts he carried SmackDown in 06 and 07.
I disagree.
So, I mean, did he play a main part on SmackDown to where I can get it? Raw, he had a pretty huge spot on Raw. I mean, Evolution, he was basically, we saw him develop in front of our eyes on Raw pretty much. Now, I don't remember too many highlights of Batista on SmackDown. I do remember his feud with JBL. I do remember his stuff with Eddie Guerrero, like Alex mentioned. He
had a really good match with Taker in Mania too. So
I remember the Taker stuff as well. So I could see why he would be a little bit, not salty, but upset that they didn't invite him, because he did play a pretty huge role in the WWE for a couple of years during the mid-2000s. So I could see why he would be a little bit of upset. But do I think fans care? Fans would probably be more upset if The Rock said, "Nah, I can't make it to the Raw 1000. I'm sorry, SmackDown 1000," more than if Batista didn't show up. In all honesty,
the show was named after The Rock. Yeah, we want The Rock at SmackDown.
Right, exactly. So, what about you, Dave?
Okay, look, does Batista deserve to be there? Yes, sure, why not? Hometown, why not? But he is not. Like Alex said, The Rock, yes. But when I think of SmackDown, if you don't think of three, I think of three guys with SmackDown. Yes, Eddie was great, but I'm not going there right now. But I'm going to go Undertaker, The Rock, and Edge. Edge, to me, carried SmackDown at the same time he's talking about.
Yeah, when I think of SmackDown, I'd throw those, but I also throw in Benoit, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I don't think Benoit is going to be there.
No, obviously. But I think of SmackDown.
Yeah, Kurt Angle, too. I agree.
Angle from 2002 to 2004, 5.
Oh, yeah. Did you just say, obviously, Benoit will not be there?
Yes, I'm just saying, Edge, to me, Mr. Batista lover over here, to me, was carried SmackDown way more than Batista ever did. He did a lot more for SmackDown.
What's up, Reverend? How you doing tonight, my friend? Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Bees, thank you for joining us again. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this Saturday evening. Really appreciate you guys coming in here and joining us. Batista apparently will not be at SmackDown 1000, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'll tell you what,
from now until then.
Let me tell you this really quick. I'm going to be upset if Edge isn't there.
Edge is already apparently going to be there. He's already scheduled to be at SmackDown 1000.
Edge was a huge star on SmackDown. I mean, come on, La Familia. I mean, that was a huge stable. Edge and Ray, that was a great rivalry.
Edge versus Eddie on the ladder match, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I was also saying Edge and Ray was a great rivalry.
Ray was a huge part of SmackDown, too.
Man, y'all's Ben Wall comments in the chat room are unreal. Y'all are some unreal people right now. That's funny. Funny stuff, though. Some Jason Jordan news. I know we touched on him a couple of weeks ago, but former tag team champion Jason Jordan may never return to WWE as an in-ring competitor. According to Mike Johnson, Dave, not Dave Meltzer, Mike Johnson, a PW Insider, said that I heard there is no time frame on when Jordan will be returning to the ring, if at all. That's why they got him backstage working in production. Apparently, it's a lot worse than they thought it was going to be. Jordan underwent surgery in February of this year to repair a neck injury, which is more serious than WWE originally anticipated. There is no timetable for his possible return. Pretty sad news. I know a lot of people weren't very much fans of Jason Jordan. How old is Jason Jordan, Reverend asks? I'm not sure. I know he's young, mid-20s at least.
29.
29? Really? He looks a lot younger, but gorgeous wife. Saw him and his wife at the airport. Gorgeous wife, girlfriend, whoever she was. She was gorgeous. Your thoughts on this, Dave? Jason Jordan's career possibly over. And were you looking forward to him possibly maybe returning, making a comeback with Chad Gable, maybe?
Yes, I mean, we talked about it. I think, man, this would be cool to have American Alpha re-team up and take on the Revival on Raw. But, yeah, I was never a huge fan of this Son of Kurt Angle gimmick. I thought it was really stupid because it just never worked. People didn't like him. But, I mean, yeah, I feel bad for the guy because him and Chad Gable had some amazing matches in NXT. They really did. I mean, it was like, wow. So
if you want to go back to when they first won the tag team titles at the WrestleMania, I can't remember who they faced.
I think it was the Revival.
Was it the Revival? May have been the Revival.
I know. I think it was on an NXT episode. They had a 2 out of 3 falls match with the Revival that was awesome.
He will heal, Reverend says. Well, I'm sure he hopes. I mean, it's not looking good. He's been gone longer than they probably expected. So we just hope the best for Jason Jordan. What about you, Alex? Your thoughts? Do you think his career is over? You're the doctor on the group here. I know next injury is nothing to mess with. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we said it before. It sucks. Like, not saying I was like a big Jason Jordan fan, but he was talented. Still, it's like even if he wasn't going to wrestle, like it sucks to see that he has to lose his career the way he did. So he's still young. So yeah, like a big career ahead of him. So hopefully this production thing works out for him. In terms of coming back, I mean he's still young, so maybe, probably not. Who knows?
Okay. Let's see. WWE are reportedly changing their mind on the use of managers on WWE TV after years of anti-manager sentiment. According to Wrestling Observer, Dave's favorite, the attitude change has come from the consistent success of Paul Heyman, who has proven popular with the fans as the manager of stars such as Brock Lesnar and CM Punk. This could explain why managers are appearing more as of late, include 205 Live GM Drake Maverick managing the Authors of Pain, and Leo Rush possibly managing Bobby Lashley. Now, Alex, I'm not sure if you saw that little promo or the little interaction between Leo and Bobby Lashley.
I did.
What are your thoughts on this?
On Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley?
Yes, and the thoughts of maybe more managers popping up on WWE TV.
I mean, I'm glad that they're at least trying something new with Lashley. Like, I always said, like, just looking at Lashley, like, he's not the type of guy to talk. He's supposed to just go in there and just dominate. So you still want to add an entertaining component and, like, have Leo Rush, like, talk from him. Why not? It's not like Rush is going to be doing much anyways. I've always been pro manager anyways. I think it plays a lot of strengths. I mean, we see with Almas, like, how much Vega's doing for him. Lesnar, like, Heyman added a lot, even though he's repetitive. So I'm old school. I always think like Bobby Heenan style heel managers. I'm all for it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just with Alex, but I don't really see Paul Heyman as a manager type. Nothing like Bobby Heenan was. No one is. But I mean, man, I love the old school. Yeah, I love the old school managers because I look at the guy who is managing in Impact Wrestling, the Desi Hit Squad. Now that's a manager. That's a true manager right there. You know, that's a true manager. I can't think of his name. I'm sure Alex knows it. But I mean, man, that's a real manager. That's the type of manager I would like to see in WWE when you see stuff like that.
You don't know who that is?
What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Gama Singh. He was in the Stampede Wrestling.
Okay, that's right. I'm saying. Okay, yeah. To me, he's a legit manager. No one in WWE right now. I don't consider Heyman a real manager because he doesn't really do nothing.
Let's see. People in the chat saying the manager has to be good on the mic or can add to the wrestler. Maverick is a great manager. Leo was boring to me. I don't want them to see them go all manager crazy though.
Why is Maverick dressed in a vest when he comes out? Can he please just wear a suit?
Yeah. The whole outfit with him wearing the same outfit was absolutely awful.
He's still going to look small compared to AOP. I get what they're trying to create, but I feel more than anything the vest is just a rib.
Yeah, I think it is too. But I like it. I like him as a manager. Like I said, I wish he would have been But yeah, you need a legit manager. Like Gama Singh is a legit manager, like I was saying. I don't know if you heard me, Tony, but yeah. Yeah, so I love managers idea, but I want a manager not like Drake Maverick. No offense, I like Drake. I want a manager who has experience managing my team or managing a wrestler. That's what I want. I don't mind Sienna Vega because to me she's more like a valet than a manager.
Also, like a manager adds to the whole match. Like Bobby Heenan was like ringside, like you get the crowd right, like hating like his the heel and like getting behind the fans. Like Zelina Vega goes into the match and like draws heat. Like that's what a manager should do.
Yeah, and she gets involved in it, and Hammond doesn't. So to me, I kind of cross him out as a manager. Really, like he said, he's an advocate. He's not a manager. He said that. But yeah, I like even Gama Singh. He's a great manager. I like Vega, but to me, WWE has really lacked having managers for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And I hope they do continue it. And I want to see. I'd like to know Tony's opinion, but I want to see more, like I said, managers who have old wrestlers come in and be managers. That's what I would like to see.
Okay. Make some calls to ECW's old managers. Drake hair is flawless still. Maverick looks like a kid wearing a Halloween costume. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that one. All right, so here's some other interesting news, and we'll touch on Hell in the Cell after this because I'm sure you guys are interested in seeing our predictions. Vince McMahon is set to meet with Madison Square Garden officials next week. WWE is currently in the process of looking for a suitable location for WrestleMania Access next year, and Vince McMahon is reportedly meeting with Madison Square Garden officials next week to discuss different options. As we previously reported, ROH is running a show at MSG April 6th. Here is what Joe Pesh said on the Barn Bernard Fired Up podcast. Vince McMahon does have a meeting in place with people of MSG. This is interesting. As you know, Ring of Honor is at MSG on April 6th. Does McMahon throw to MSG millions of dollars to say throw them out so we can have our show? He's having meetings with Madison Square. I have heard next week about this. I don't know what's going to happen. There should be interesting because this will be the first time WWE will sort of need MSG to promote their show of their fan access. So, Alex, do you think Vince McMahon cock blocks ROH and takes away this Super Show during WrestleMania weekend?
I wouldn't put it past him. Just out of spite.
Do you think he's worried?
I don't know. I'd have to think it's more so just to dominate, just because he can. He has the power. Because Vince, let's not like get twisted. Like, it's great where the wrestling world is today, but if you're going against Vince, like all these like other place federations, good luck.
Yeah, this is just like, excuse my language. This is just Vince McMahon popping his wiener out.
Yeah,
and just showing it off. Yeah, just whipping it out and showing it off. Like, oh, come on now, you're really gonna try to take my woman away from me? And then he flops it out on the table.
No, he just lets it hang there on the table.
Yeah.
What is happening?
What was that?
What is happening with this show?
What I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
It's true. He could literally just be doing that. Go.
I'm just saying that's probably what Vince McMahon is going to do it. Speed says Vince can't block it now. Contracts are signed and tickets have been sold. Okay.
Yeah, but my thoughts on that, yeah, I'm not going to go Tony's route, but yeah, I think Vince is saying that, hey, MSG, don't you want to be on the WWE Network? Don't you want all this? And our family history. My dad ran shows here with Bruno Sammartino. And all that crap. I mean,
imagine the heat Vince McMahon would get if he had that show canceled.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. McMahon is
yeah, I was just gonna say that if he throws him a bunch of money, I think they would do it. And I mean, it's Vince. He wants. It's not like he's trying to cock block them, like he kind of is, I guess, but. It's more like it's the history. It's Madison Square Garden. It's the birthplace of the WWF back then.
Oh man, Vince McMahon is probably going to threaten them some sort of way. Has to, like, you motherfuckers do this again, or something to the point to where Vince isn't going to lose this battle. This will probably be, if this ROH show does happen, which is apparently going to happen. This will probably be the last time they've ever have a show at MSG. I can guarantee you that. No more shows after that. So.
Ooh, what about this? What if Vince promised them like a Monday Night Raw or something like that? And that would be okay.
What if they eat five? Oh, we'll do our next Hell in the Cell pay-per-view there. That's what he can do. So speaking of Hell in the Cell, let's jump into the predictions of Hell in the Cell because we touched on wrestling news for the last almost hour, so I'm sure everybody's trying to figure out when the hell are they going to talk about Hell in the Cell. So I'm going to pull up all the matches for Hell in the Cell right now. Speaking of Hell in the Cell as well, I'm going to Hell in the Cell. So I'll be at Hell in the Cell tomorrow. I'm going to try to scope a little bit from the Get the Tables account. I can't guarantee you that I will for sure, only because I'm not sure how my connection is going to be. When I'm there at the arena, my connection is usually pretty crappy. So I'll try to scope as much as I can. I'm sure I'll scope when I get there, show y'all maybe the surroundings, show you how the crowd is. But other than that, I'll be scoping on the other account. To Get the Tables, please follow us there. I know a couple of people have went up there and followed us, so I'll be following us. So if you follow us on Twitter, you'll probably see the video pop up as well. What's up, Brandon After? Welcome to the show, my friend. Lesnar over Reign, says Brandon After. Oh, I don't know if he was being funny or if he's had a couple of adult beverages tonight. So there's 8 current matches on the card for tomorrow night. We'll go over them one more time. It's Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre taking on Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose for the Raw Tag Team Championship. We have Charlotte Flair taking on Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. A Hell in a Cell match between Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. Ronda Rousey taking on Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman inside a Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley as special guest referee for the Raw World Championship. We have New Day taking on Rusev Day for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. AJ Styles taking on Samoa Joe for the SmackDown Live WWE Championship. And last but not least, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella taking on The Miz and Maurice. As you can obviously see, a lot of other wrestlers are absent from the card. No Sasha, no Bayley, no Kevin Owens, no Bobby Lashley. No, who else? No Nakamura.
Kevin Owens, like none of those.
A lot of names left off the show because they're saving them for the Super Show. So we have 8 matches currently. They already announced that the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles will be on the pre-show. So we're going to go with that match first. I had Justin's predictions, and he told me via text message. Little pin here. But go ahead, Alex, your thoughts on your predictions, I should say, on who do you have winning the SmackDown Live Tag Team title match?
I'll have to say I think the New Day retain.
Okay. Are you interested in this match at all?
Not really. I mean, a lot of the New Day are champs and everything, and like maybe it'd be nice if Rusev Day and like do something, but like I'm overall not that excited.
Do you think Aiden English turns on Rusev?
I'd hope not, because no offense to Aiden, I think he's talented, but where would he go from there?
True. What about you, Dave?
I am interested in this match. And just because last time they put the New Day in a tag title match, I'm pretty sure it didn't turn out so well because they stole the show. So I'm definitely interested in the match, and I do think New Day does win, unfortunately. But I hope Aiden doesn't turn either. I agree with Alex on that part. Where would they go over there? But I think you better watch out. The New Day's liable to steal the show again because last time they got put on a pre-show with the Usos, man, that was a classic.
Yeah, and they kind of been promoting New Day a lot on the Facebook page. They even showed when they actually first got together as to join as the New Day. So looks like they're kind of pushing the New Day a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Rusev Day. But it could be still a good tag team match. Pre-show New Day matches are usually really good if they're given time. Yeah, and they should have enough time on an hour pre-show, especially if that's the only match that's currently on the card to be on the pre-show. So hopefully they'll give them enough time to actually have a really good match. And I do think the New Day retain the titles. Let's go with the next match, which is Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton inside the new red Hell in a Cell. I know a lot of people are disappointed because, 1, there's only 2 Hell in a Cell matches. 2, it's probably not necessarily the match that you would want to see in the Hell in a Cell. But we'll go with you, Alex. Are you interested in this match at all, and who do you have winning?
Yeah, I think like from an entertainment perspective, it's Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy, so I think it'll definitely be fun to watch. But I agree with what you just said. I think it should have been AJ and Joe in the cell instead. But I think Orton takes this, and as for the batshit crazy spot Hardy does, I don't think he'll swanton off the cell. I think he'll be on the side of the cell and probably fall through the table.
Oh, God. Can we just all hope that Jeff Hardy doesn't kill himself?
Or maybe just Randy just rubs his hand in Hardy's face the whole match. I don't know.
Oh, I'd take jump off the cell over that.
Oh, God. Jeff ends his career? I hope not, man. That's I think more people are more interested in seeing what Jeff Hardy is going to do more than the actual match itself.
Isn't that all his matches?
That's pretty awful. Like, you could think about it. You just want to see like how he's going to destroy his body more.
You just want to see Instead of you're not interested in the match, you just want to see how close to death Jeff Hardy gets. Jeff goes out on his back farewell match. Okay, so you think this is his last match? Is this? You think a lot of the rumors that this could be possibly Jeff Hardy's last match? Do you think it's his last match, Dave?
I think it's very possible. That's why I'm interested in it, and I do agree with Alex. I think it's going to be his last match, or his Orton's going to win the match. I think Jeff's going to do something crazy, like we all expect, like he always does. And I mean, yeah, it's the one Hell in the Cell match I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow night.
All right, fair enough. What about you, Alex? Do you think this is his last match?
For a while, yes, but I think Hardy's definitely gonna retire soon. But I feel like they'll keep him till like WrestleMania, maybe like a ladder match or something.
Yeah, man, isn't it crazy to think that it's possible that both Matt Hardy,
the Hardy Boys, dude.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys,
My childhood, man, like
coming to an end.
The goth kids like coming out and like just getting destroyed by Monster Kane, like, and then going into the TLC like wars, like that's a big part of my childhood for wrestling, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. To think about, like, I was thinking that's when I thought, like, when I was watching Raw, and when they said it's been 20 years since the whole falling off the cell with Mick Foley. I'm just thinking, damn, man, I'm fucking old. I was 12 years old when that happened. 12 years old. That's crazy to think that now it's all of our guys that we grew up watching are either passing away or retiring.
Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker ladder match is still one of my favorite matches of all time.
They tweeted out that match. I saw someone put a video of that match. That match between Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, ladder match on Raw, just a random match.
Yeah. You had no idea.
Probably is my top 5 favorite match of all time in WWE and wrestling. Period.
The respect thing, like at the end, like it was such a great moment for Hardy.
That was such a good match, man. And I'm giving Undertaker props here, which I never really do on the show, but that was just a good match. And then after the match was over, Undertaker lifted his arm up, gave him so much respect after that match. It was just. And that's back then I was such a huge Jeff Hardy fan, and I wanted him so bad to get like the proper push and to actually be relevant on TV. Man, that was just
like moments like that are how you make like future stars, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like Hardy was going places.
I absolutely agree with you, Speeds. That was another great match. I went to WrestleMania 17 in Houston with my dad. It was a Christmas gift. They got me tickets to WrestleMania for Christmas. That was you forget, like, you're young and you don't realize that you're attending possibly one of the top 3 greatest WrestleManias ever.
So
but let's continue. I'm sorry.
Can we not talk about Hell in the Cell and still just talk about our childhood wrestling?
Yeah, let's just talk about childhood memories, because that's probably going to be better than tomorrow night's show, right? And I'm going to the damn show. God damn it. I'm supposed to be going to a great show tomorrow night.
I mean, like, all right, if we're talking
positive thoughts.
If we're talking Hell in the Cell, we got to talk about, like, Shawn versus Taker, Mankind versus Taker, not this.
Oh, yeah. We'll touch on that, because WWE came out with an interesting little poll over the week. Let's go with the next match on the card, which is The Miz and Maurice taking on Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. First question for you, Alex and Dave, is does Brie Bella take a dive outside the ring? and 2, who do you guys have? We'll go with you first, Alex.
Yeah, I think she's definitely going to keep trying until she, like, tells everyone, I told you, Brie mode. So sure, she'll try it again. I think Brie taps out Maurice.
Oh God, probably, yeah. That's a good prediction. Or could they do the possible double tap out when they both have them in the submission and they both tap out at the same time? That's also another one that they usually do. No dive, says Spees. The match is going to be similar one as Cena and Bella versus Miz and Maurice match. All right. What about you? What about you, Dave? Do we see a dive?
I hope not. Okay, I got to make sure I get this out there. I told her I would say this. Fine. And my fiance told me to say Brie and Daniel Bryan are going to win. So there you go. I would have said it anyway, but it's just she told me to say. She watches Total Bellas and Total Divas. So.
Oh, God. It's funny because my wife watches Total Bellas too. And like all of a sudden, like she'll just come out and start talking about Total Bellas. Like I'm supposed to know what the hell's going on during the show just because I watch Raw and SmackDown Live and all that stuff. It's pretty funny. Oh man, Alex, we haven't had you on the show in quite some time. What are your thoughts on this particular match? Are you even excited for it, or you just want it to be over with?
I'm all for prolonging the next Miz Bryan match, but I hate to be like the negative guy, but it's definitely lost steam from what it started out to be. Like from the minute like Bryan came back to wrestling and said like Miz, I'm bringing you to SmackDown so I can kick your ass pretty much. Like to now, it's definitely lost some steam. So I hope they kind of take a break from each other after this. I'd love to see him and Almost go back at it again.
What about you, Dave?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm interested in the match. I mean, I think it'll be a good match. May not good. May I'm overstating that, but I think it'll be okay. And I think it's another way to continue the feud. Bryan and them get the win, so now they're even. And then they have to have another match. And maybe it leads to another, wait for it, another classic between Brie and Maurice down the line. I know you guys are just for that.
And I mean, well, they are supposed to face each other again at the Super Show in Australia. So maybe, like you did say, maybe they tie it up.
Yeah, according to that. Oh yeah, let's talk about that for 1 second. Mr. Gospel Dave Meltzer. Oh, he's just a guy. He's not getting no title push. According to that little card for the Australia show, Daniel Bryan and The Miz are facing each other for number one contendership. So
that's interesting. It could be the Miz though winning that if it is for the number one contendership. Especially seeing if Styles is still the champ coming out of Australia. Aaron from PWP says seems unnecessary in my opinion. Looks like filler just to extend the feud, which is cool, I guess. Yep. I absolutely agree with Aaron, and I think the Miz and Maurice win from All Night. I think they win, and this feud continue. It's still going to continue because I think they're going to win dirty somehow. I think the Miz and Maurice still win. $20 says they'll have a Survivor Series tag team match.
See, I'll give you this. I think Bryan and Brie, they win with some underhanded tactics, and then Miz and Maurice
to return the favor from SummerSlam.
Yeah. Why not have them cheat to win?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm sure Alex is dying to touch on this. Ronda Rousey. Excuse me, wrong match. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Alex, who do you got? Mind you, everybody, half these matches, and this is why I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
Half these matches are going to happen again at the Super Show. So this fucking pay-per-view has zero importance.
Yep.
Really, honestly, it has zero. Absolutely none. Sorry. Excuse me, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Charlotte retains here, and I guess they just did the rematch there. Like I said, guys, all I care about is if Becky actually wins the title out of this whole attitude change. If not tomorrow night, then maybe at their Evolution. But I just hope there's not going to be like an actual payoff to this momentum.
They already announced another match for the Super Show. God damn. Dave, your thoughts? Who do you got?
I'm going for Becky. I want her to win in the rematch. I mean, seriously. Man, Tony, why are you going to the show again? I mean, seriously. It's just a freaking glorified go home show to Australia. I mean, geez, every match it seems like it's gonna be a rematch at freaking the Australia show. So it's like, what the hell? But I'm hoping Becky wins.
I hope Becky wins, but I think we all have to think with our noggins instead of with our hearts. And Charlotte Flair's winning. I mean, seriously.
At least you didn't say something else.
When did I get tickets? I got these tickets months ahead of time. Like, I got these tickets when they had pre-sale tickets. So you can only imagine how months in advance I bought these tickets. Now, would I have spent as much money as I did for these tickets to go to this show? No. But would I still probably go to it? Yes. WWE, for the most part, doesn't rarely come to San Antonio. If they do, it's for mainly Raws and SmackDowns. It's not very rare we get pay-per-views. Like when they came for Royal Rumble, I couldn't believe it, especially NXT TakeOver Royal Rumble as well. So I'm going to go to it regardless. It's WWE. But, yeah, I'm not going to say I'm super stoked about how they built it and how they done it. So it could still blow us out of the water. It could be a better show than what we're advertising. So don't take our words for it. At least watch the show and have your own opinion on the show. But I think Charlotte Flair wins. I don't see Becky Lynch winning. I would be absolutely shocked if she did. Speaking of women's championship, we have another title on the line. Ronda Rousey taking on Alexa Bliss. Alex, does this match last longer than their first match? And who do you have winning?
Yes, it will, because Alexa has to run and then Rousey. I'm more excited. Sorry.
Yeah, man, you sound super stoked for this match. What about you, Dave?
Ronda.
And do you think this match lasts longer than the first match?
I don't care.
Good.
I'll be in the bathroom.
God damn. This has just become a glorified bash of Hell in a Cell. Hold on, let me get this cat. They're pissing me off. You talking about wanting to rip your? Ugh, they just pissed me off tonight. All right, anyways. You're a damn armbar on a cat. I mean, Ronda Rousey. Let's just hope that she gets into a serious feud after this. And it looks like it's probably going to be the Bellas. And we kind of touched on that on Tuesday night. We're not going to go in more of a rant on the Bellas. We already did that on Tuesday because I'm going to be ranting in a minute. Go ahead.
Wait, real quick, Tony. You realize what you just said? That you hope that Rousey is in a serious feud. Oh, wait, I think she's feuding with the Bellas.
Yeah. Oh, I have a dog, Alice. Yeah, good.
Fuck the Bellas. Let's just be honest.
That's what John Cena was doing.
Yep.
I'm trying not to be negative because I love the WWE and I love wrestling, but God, this some of the stuff is just pisses me off. All right, we'll continue. We have let's go with AJ Styles taking on Samoa Joe for the SmackDown Live World Championship. A lot of people are possibly thinking that Samoa Joe finally wins. But to me, this has writing on the walls all over it. AJ Styles is going to get disqualified. He's going to lose his shit and get disqualified, which is why they already announced the match for the Super Show in Australia for a rematch in a gimmick stipulation match. Sorry. Alex, your thoughts? Who do you have winning?
I think Joe wins by disqualification. I think the Super Show will be like the whole if AJ gets disqualified, he loses the title type of stipulation.
I hope not.
I could see them doing it.
Do like a cage match or something. Make it something really like okay. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe inside a steel cage. I can get behind that.
But what you said though makes absolutely 100% sense.
Yep.
T-Straw, whatever your hell your name is, I don't give a fuck what you think. But thank you for coming into the show. Appreciate it. Invite your followers, please. We'd appreciate that. Everybody, thank you guys for popping in here. Would really appreciate you guys sharing the product. Thank you guys for coming in here on a Saturday evening, a very busy sports Saturday evening. So I do appreciate you guys popping in here and enjoying the show. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you're new. And please jump on our YouTube channel. We're about less than 30 followers away from hitting 100 subscribers on YouTube. And guess what? Giveaway when we hit 100 subscribers. So really do appreciate you guys going up there and doing that. I would appreciate that.
I got the perfect stipulation.
I got a better one. Wendy.
Say that, you bastard.
Wendy on a pole.
I was going to say Wendy on a pole, you bastard.
Wendy in a shark cage above the ring is probably even better. Because AJ's going night-night.
I want that book.
Okay, everybody in the chat, press 1 if you would buy the Samoa Joe Night book. Dave, would you buy the Samoa Joe Night book? At an affordable price, of course.
Yeah, sure, why not?
What about you, Alex?
Yeah, that will be a very memorable Samoa Joe history for me.
Oh man, that was absolutely grand. That was fantastic.
You guys need to get out of my head. I was thinking the same damn thing. I was just like, Wendy on a fucking pole.
Wendy gonna screw AJ and help Joe win? Oh god, this now PW Universe, you're booking in 90s style. That ain't gonna happen. This is Vince McMahon we're talking about.
So
Wendy, we're gonna see the Wendy girl show up from Wendy's and throw a hamburger at Samoa Joe in the face. And then AJ Styles is going to hit him with the Styles Clash. Yeah, so we all know AJ Styles is most likely going to retain. He ain't losing it. The damn WWE game comes out, next month? So he ain't losing it anytime soon. We got 2 more matches. We have the Shield matches, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
We have Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and then we have the tag team title match on Raw. Mojo is going to eat the burger while getting Styles Clash. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. So let's go with the Raw tag team title match. We got Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose taking on Ziggler and McIntyre. We haven't talked to you since Ziggler and McIntyre won the tag team championships. Your thoughts, Alex, on them winning the titles, and who do you got?
Thank God. I'm sorry, guys. You know how I feel about the B team being your champions. At least there's some legitimacy and emphasis on it. Yeah, the tag. When you think about it in the big picture, it's just really tied up with Roman and Braun. So other teams like the Revival, AOP are kind of just hanging in the back. But it's good. McIntyre has gold, so keep him there for now. And I think this is gonna be match of the night for me. But I'm going to go crazy here and say Ambrose. I do think that Drew and Ziggler retain, and I think Ambrose turns on Seth tomorrow night.
Whoa. Okay. So you think they're already going to pull the trigger on the Ambrose heel turn and have him turn on Rollins tomorrow night? Man, I would love that. I just don't see it happening yet.
I just feel like Ambrose and Rollins are so established as their own characters. They shouldn't be just kept in this Shield feud with Roman.
Man, imagine if they do win the tag titles tomorrow night. They will have all the Raw titles, except for obviously the women's title, and that's it. Man, they would have all the titles.
Renee could win the women's title.
There you go, Renee could win the women's title. Now, could they? Not saying that they will, since Renee Young is now on the commentator booth. Could they do this for Renee and have a little feel-good moment and have Ambrose win the title?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against the Shield winning. I would
have Renee Young all sobbing and crying on commentating, and you see her hug Dean Ambrose afterwards for that feel-good moment.
I know. Just a tag team.
And then you have Renee Young holding his arm up in the air.
Whoa, you're over.
And then they do the Shield fist after that, right? After that.
Wow. I think you're going too far. It's not the world title.
Tony, what you been sipping, man?
Okay, my prediction is, of course, the Shield win because it's Monday Night Shield, so of course they win.
Oh, that's funny, Aaron. Pick her up on her shoulder. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. And then she low blows him. Yeah. Oh, and then she low blows him and joins McIntyre and Ziggler.
No.
No.
Something else.
Renee kicks Rollins in the nuts, and Ambrose gives them the.
Oh man! Imagine if she did that, man.
Power couple, let's do it.
The roof would blow up. Well, I don't know, because Seth Rollins is pretty over with the fans, but man, that would be crazy if she did like low blow him, and man, that would be crazy. Okay, all right, no more fantasy booking because that's not gonna fucking happen. All right, so let's go. What about you, Dave? You said the Shield's winning. Alex, you said Ziggler McIntyre, right?
Yeah.
Correct. And then you said Ambrose will be turning heel tomorrow night. Okay. All right, everybody. Main event time till we get to the WWE interesting poll. Strowman versus Roman Reigns inside the Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley as special guest referee. Alex, your thoughts? Who do you have coming out the cell with the title?
6 Superman punches, 3 spears later, Roman.
Dave?
You forgot something. Shield triple power bomb, and then a cover. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns wins.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go beat the shit out of these cats real quick. All right. Really that quick? You think no crazy spots, nothing after that?
Sure,
no,
something will happen.
3 years later, it's all over.
Yeah, I mean, can we just fast forward to the end? I mean, we know what's gonna happen. Fast forward to the end. Seriously, I have to just wait.
No, it'll be fun. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it sucks because like it's a waste of another Money in the Bank.
Oh, Aaron says Braun goes off the cell, calling it now. Oh, Jesus Lord. Where could he fall off the cell that it would not? I mean, that could kind of break his fall. They would have to put some extra padding on that underneath those tables. All right, so who has the crazy spot in the match? Which Hell in a Cell has the most craziest spot?
Oh, come on. It's not even this ain't no contest.
No, I don't know.
Jeff Hardy is a lunatic.
No, I still think Roman and Braun. I think there are going to be some crazy spots. Roman's definitely spearing Braun through the cell.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But Jeff Hardy's going to do something crazy. I just know it.
Oh, my God. This is going to be it's going to be interesting to see how they play this match and what involvement Mick Foley has in this match at all. There will be no crazy spots for both matches. Oh, imagine that. All we're like hyping up what the hell Jeff Hardy's going to do and what he's going to do and what crazy spot, and he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, this was going to happen.
I feel like in the Orton Hardy match, it's just going to be one big spot. I feel like with Roman and Braun, it's just going to be throughout the match, just brutality.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But I think crazier spots, I think Jeff and Orton are going to do some crazy stuff because they know
Hardy wins on a roll.
And they got to deal with the main event with Roman and Strowman. They're going to go out and do whatever they want. So I think Jeff and Randy's going to do some good stuff in that match. I mean,
Aaron from PWP puts over or under on Foley bumps is 0.5. What do you guys think?
I think there's a really good percentage Mick Foley runs into the cell.
Alex?
I don't think it'll be a cell spot. I think he's just going to get Superman punched.
Oh, man. I think we get a Sacco spot. Okay. That'd be interesting. Becky and Charlotte is going to be the best match. All right. Yeah. Speaking of best match of the night, Dave, what do you have as your match of the night?
Not counting the cells?
Yes. Not counting the cells.
I'm going to go. Oh, man, that's going to be tough. I'm trying to think of the non-cell. I don't think. Oh, man, this is going to be a tough one to pick. I'll just say Becky and Charlotte, just because I can't think of the other matches right now.
Alex?
I'm going to go with the Shield versus McIntyre and Ziggler.
Okay. All right. Match you're most excited for, Alex?
I guess I would have to go with AJ and Joe just to see. Because if Joe wins tomorrow, man, whew.
Dave?
It would have been that, but I think something's going to happen, which would be a count out or a disqualification or something. So I'm going to say Jeff and Orton I'm most excited to see.
I just read this crazy stat. All right, now thank you for our predict. We just did our prediction, so now I'm gonna do two things that WWE posted on their Instagram. Talk about it. More one than the other. They posted the New Day have defended their tag team titles in 4 straight Hell in a Cell events: 2015, 16, 17, and 18. Isn't that pretty crazy? Because in between there, they have lost the titles. They seemingly always get the titles back in time for Hell in a Cell.
And that tag Hell in a Cell was
Now,
awesome.
speaking of Hell in a Cell matches, this could be a heavy debate here. Which is the greatest Hell in a Cell match in WWE history? And they have 6 choices.
Here we go. I guess Roman Reigns.
We got Undertaker versus Triple H. Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks. The New Day versus the Usos.
That was good.
Triple H versus Cactus Jack.
That was good.
The Undertaker versus Mankind. And then my personal favorite, the originator, the guy that won the first ever Hell in a Cell, Shawn Michaels versus the Undertaker.
Oh, how the hell is Triple H and Shawn Michaels Hell in a Cell not on this list?
Yeah, I have to agree.
That was a classic. That was one of my favorites.
Charlotte and Becky and Sasha should not be in there. It was a crap.
Oh, yeah, that was crap. That was bull. I'm sorry. If you haven't seen Triple H and Shawn Michaels inside Hell in a Cell,
that was fun. The whole build up to it.
Yeah. Man, the 30-minute. That's about a 30-minute match. It is one of the best wrestling matches I've seen.
Who was in that match again?
Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Triple H won. It was great.
Yeah.
But why was it? Yeah, but who was his competitor though? And why was the match so great? And I don't know if Undertaker could pull off a 30-minute Hell in a Cell match with Triple H like that. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, but bias aside, have you seen that match?
Of course, I've seen that match.
Okay, should it be on this list?
Yes, they only put Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair in the list because it was the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match. That's the only reason why they did that. So out of those 6 choices, Alex, which one is your favorite?
Easily Taker and Shawn. I mean, it had everything you want. It was the first of its kind. If anyone ever watched the feud building up to it, I mean, you had Shawn cost Taker the match at SummerSlam. It's been building up. And then it was a great Shawn bladed like a mofo, and then you had the debut of Kane, and then you had Vince scream, "That's got to be Kane!" It was just a great moment overall. I mean, I guess Shawn should thank Kane for giving him the win, I guess, but I'll be it, man. But I would not be against saying Taker and Mankind just for wrestling moment.
This match. The odds were against Shawn Michaels. This match was made for The Undertaker. And who won? The man, the legend, the icon, Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels. Nobody else has those nicknames. Nobody else is named Mr. WrestleMania. Am I right? I think I'm right. I'm correct on that. What about you, Dave? Continue.
This is tough because they say the greatest Hell in a Cell match ever. Well, they didn't list all of them either, so... I mean, Jericho and Triple H had another good Hell in a Cell match. I mean, see, I can't say any of these out of the people on this list is the greatest or my favorite.
Not your favorite. Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm surprised Undertaker and Mankind. A lot of people.
Yeah, but I'll give you one. I'm a really big. I've seen it so many times because that's one of my favorite matches. Triple H and Cactus Jack Hell in a Cell. That's one of my favorites.
Wasn't that Mankind's last match or Mick Foley's last match, right?
What do you thought?
Michaels loses points for refusing to lose the title clean time after time. Oh, God. Now we have Speeds going after Michaels. What is going on?
I like the street fight more, but the Hell in the Cell is fun.
Yeah, the street fight was good, but I mean, those spots Mick Foley took in that Hell in the Cell match. Oh my God, getting back body drop through it, and then the cell.
I still think this moment is Mankind going off the cell, like Jim Ross's commentary.
Yeah, that was. I completely agree with that. That's true. That was but that wasn't really a match though, because it like.
Okay, to me, the Hell in the Cell between Taker and Mick Foley. To me, it just says, how the hell did Mick Foley not die?
And not even.
There's what comes to my mind.
He got knocked out. He got chokeslammed through the top of the cage, and
not only did that happen, but he got fucking thrown off the cage. Like there was nothing, causing his fall to be a little bit softer. I mean, he went through that table.
No, I agree. But remember, that was the plan. The cage spot through the chokeslam, that wasn't.
Right, yeah, that was not. Yeah, exactly. So, and then the chair clocked him in the face on the way down.
A tooth went up his nose. Like it was like that was bad. Like that's when they actually said, "All right, what the fuck."
Right.
Jim Ross was like, "Stop the match. Just stop." Like he was selling.
Stop the damn match. Stop the damn match. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that no doubt will live on forever. That whole thing with Mick Foley. But I was going on like personal favorite matches, and. Yeah, the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker one was okay, but to me, it's still Cactus Jack and Triple H. Not my personal favorite of all is Triple H and Shawn Michaels, but out of that list, I would even throw New Day in there. With Usos was really good, but I'm just saying Cactus Jack, Triple H, that rivalry, nothing really topped that at that time. That was a huge rivalry in 2000.
Yeah, it was it's pretty crazy. Most victories inside of Hell in a Cell.
Triple H,
of course, motherfucking coward himself. Undertaker has 8.
Is that Triple H?
No, Undertaker has 8. Undertaker has 8 Hell in a Cell victories. Triple H has 6. Shawn Michaels has 3, and Randy Orton has 3 as well.
Wait, who?
Wait, Shawn Michaels was in 3 Hell in a Cell matches?
You guys need to go back and watch Charlotte versus Sasha. It was something inside the Hell in the Cell. What was that, Tony? Most wins in the Hell in the Cell. Man, of course Undertaker should have the most wins. That match is for The Undertaker. The match was made for The Undertaker. But who was the one who ever won the first ever one?
Kane?
No. Was it fucking Kane?
Who ripped the fucking door off and Tombstone The Undertaker?
Who wrestled the majority of the fucking match?
Getting his ass whooped, Shawn.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped a bunch of times.
His ass whooped.
He got thrown off the side of the cage.
Making Undertaker look so beautiful in that ring. Who did that?
He just fell off, and he was he was a mess.
Yeah, he fell off that, and then how did the Undertaker repay Shawn Michaels for making the Undertaker look so good in that first ever Hell in a Cell match? The following pay-per-view in January, he fucking injured him, pretty much ruining Shawn Michaels' career, where he had to retire at that following WrestleMania.
Hey, Undertaker didn't put the casket there.
Undertaker did the fucking spot, Dave. An unsafe spot at that. He couldn't land him on top of the goddamn casket, Dave. He had to throw him over the damn casket where his back hits the edge of the casket.
Whoever put the casket there was at fault. The positioning of the casket it was the
Undertaker's fault. I will blame the Undertaker for Shawn Michaels' career-ending injury till the day I fucking die, Dave.
And I'll be laughing, like,
He came back a few years later. You're like his career ended right there.
Tony at a wrestling show in our wheelchairs. I'd be like,
He lost a lot of time, Dave, between that time.
What would Shawn have been doing in the 8 years in between? He would have been in the Invasion. Yeah, there would have been some cool storylines there.
Yeah, but honestly, I actually started to like Shawn Michaels more when he came back. To me, that story was even better than when he was there before he left.
Of course.
His redemption story was good. I mean, my favorite part is when he beat Triple H, and then Triple H hit him in the back with the sledgehammer.
Yeah.
That's smart.
No sanction match.
Oh, y'all are funny.
That's the only match.
Oh my God, y'all are relentless.
And that
Y'all are
hell,
relentless.
Or like
and
Jericho slammed his head into the Jeritron.
yeah, oh yeah,
The
the
worst.
3 stages of hell. 3 stages of hell. Ric
I don't
Flair.
remember any of this. Let's see. Oh, so what is this one? Oh, what's the correct order? Oh, this is a damn Hell in a Cell. So Austin and Mankind had a match in the Hell in a Cell. I freaking forgot about that.
Not really.
It was a
No.
wrong match, and like it got interfered like right away.
Remember when Rikishi Undertaker?
Oh, when Taker threw Rikishi off.
That was the Armageddon match.
Yeah, that was like that 6-man Armageddon match.
I'll tell you a Hell match that no one remembers. Big Boss Man and The Undertaker inside Hell in the Cell.
Oh, when Taker hanged
And
him.
almost killed him.
Yep. That was Ministry. That was Ministry of Darkness, man. That was Attitude Era.
Yeah.
That was that. Remember when what was didn't they have? Oh, that was the dog cage match. That was a regular still cage match, right?
Oh, and Boss Man, right? Didn't Boss Man feed Pepper to?
Yes.
Yeah, he fed Pepper to Al Snow.
Yeah. It was called the Kennel of Hell.
And God. All over the ring.
Yeah. Oh man, that was funny.
I don't know. Al like hates talking about that on interviews.
Oh, that's funny stuff. Hey,
come on, guys, really quick. We all were like, "What the hell? He just fed him his own damn dog. That's fucked up."
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so thank you everybody for joining us again for tonight's show. Thank you, Alex, for finally and you're not cheap, man. It took me a couple of weeks to save up to get you on the show.
Well, Tony, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Look at these views.
Yeah. Oh, God. Don't even try.
Oh, shit.
See what y'all do. See what y'all do.
Sam. Hey. Sorry, Sam.
When Alex comes on the show, y'all now he has a big head. Oh God, we're not gonna let this. He's not gonna let this alone. He's gonna always mention how he came back and we had all these viewers show up.
You know what just happened, Tony? Sammy Callahan just lost his name to Alex.
I actually made it worth something.
Yeah, he's the draw. Whoa. Triple H is garbage. When he started going out, Miss Stephanie, he got soft. Jesus Lord.
I bet you he didn't get soft with Stephanie at all.
Oh, hey now.
You're the one talking about whipping out Vince's dick on a table.
Why hasn't there been a women's Hell in a Cell match since the first one in 2000?
The first one went so bad.
Yeah, probably so.
I'm trying to forget about it.
Outside of a powerbomb spot, like it was like botchy. It just didn't look right. They barely used the cell. The finish was crap.
All right, so press 1 in the chat if you are excited for Hell in a Cell tomorrow night, everybody. Don't forget, we will be live with our Hell in a Cell post show right after the show is over. I am going to Hell in a Cell, so we're usually live about 5 to 10 minutes after the show is usually over, but this time I probably won't be live till about 30 minutes after the show. It's going to be a later show than usual, probably about 11:30 Eastern. So if you guys don't mind staying up with us and chit-chatting Hell in a Cell, we'd appreciate it. If not, you can check out the replay the following night, and then we'll be back on Tuesday night as well, because that's the thing we do. We always come on here Tuesday nights. Thursdays, I know we kind of discussed that there possibly will not be a show. Well, due to weather concerns here in San Antonio, Texas, and the surrounding areas, may not be going on the vacation that we were going, so we might just be staying home. And so that possibly means that there will be a show on Thursday. So we'll keep you guys informed and in touch on that probably by Tuesday at least. Don't forget. I'm sorry?
Should have kayfabed it. Should have been like, no, damn it, I told my wife, I'm doing the show. I'm not going.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the show on the road, yeah. But we do appreciate everybody coming in here and dropping in and following. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. We really do appreciate that. Thank you for all the hearts tonight and super hearts. Really appreciate the support. Go follow Aaron from PWP. Follow Spees and the Benchmark. They do some great stuff. They not only does Spees Periscope, he does their Twitter. They do a lot of good stuff on their Twitter and YouTube. And Aaron from PWTP. Doesn't scope as much as he used to, but he does come out with some pretty nice columns on PWP Nation. So go follow them. There's some pretty good guys. And follow everybody in the chat who are in here. I think most of you guys follow each other already. So we'd really appreciate that. A lot of great people come in here and interact with us on a weekly basis. So let's do a quick little shout out. Jody, Adam Awesome, Adam Baum, Will Miller, Aaron, Alice, Anthony, Truth and Loyalty, Kevin, Spees in the Benchmark, Peck and Rod, Jody Mania. Let's see who gave. Dr. Huge was in here earlier. Adam Awesome, everybody. Thanks for the shout. Oh, no problem, Spees. Yes, Spees in the Benchmark live every Monday night after Raw and Thursdays as well. Remember to make fun of HBK and the Street Profit. No, Adam Bomb. Come on now. Thank you guys. Always an interest. Oh, thank you, Aaron, for popping in, man. Haven't seen you in here in a while, so thanks for popping in here. Oh, Maz fan, our loyal YouTube supporter right there. Thank you for popping in here, man. We haven't seen Aaron from PWP in quite some time in here. Busy life, so we do appreciate you coming in here and enjoying some of your Saturday night with us. Okay, I think that's it, Alex. I'm not sure if you'll be on with us tomorrow night. More than likely you will not be, so not sure how your schedule's looking, so maybe next week you could pop on with us. But if not, any words before you sign off?
I think your funds are running out for the night, so we could just wrap it up. Great show as always, as expected. But yeah, Tony, have fun tomorrow. Hopefully the red cell won't distract you too much, and hopefully it's a fun show, man. It's always fun to see a live pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I know I'm not very positive towards it. I just didn't really care for how it was promoted and built the last couple of weeks, but I do hope it's a good show. And usually when you're there live, it's better than probably watching it on TV. So I do appreciate that. Like I said earlier, you never know why. Never know what could happen. Exactly. Even though we predict and kind of think that the obvious outcome is going to happen, you honestly never know. Call-ins tomorrow. Yeah, if people want to call in and they don't mind it being so late, why the hell not? We'll do some call-ins if you feel like coming on the show. But thank you guys for popping in here. Dave, anything?
I'll just say Peck and Rod asked, do the hosts live close to each other? No, we do not.
Nope.
No. Justin and I live close to each other, but he works early, I work early. It wouldn't make sense for him to come over late at night. So hopefully Justin will be back on the show eventually. He's technical issues, so that's why he hasn't been on the show. But he'll be back. Alex has a crazy work schedule, so that's why he's not able to be on the show as much as he probably wants to be. And luckily Dave is a little bit more open, scheduled a little bit more open. So luckily he's able to do the shows with me, because if not, I'd be doing them solo. Lots of
Alex kind of live close to each other.
Yeah, like we're closer definitely compared to like Tony and I.
Right. I'm going with Justin tomorrow night, correct. So when I'm scoping, you'll probably be seeing him on the scope as well. But we're driving separately. So I'll be meeting him there. But I'll be periscoping the parking lot, probably periscope the walk up so you can see how the lines look, and I'll probably scope walking in and all that stuff. So I do hope you guys join us tomorrow night. I know it's going to be a late show, but if you're not, just hit the replay. We'd really appreciate that. We do thank everybody for joining us tonight. Over 6,000 viewers tonight. Holy shit. Pretty amazing. We did some pretty good shows this week. I think we had back-to-back 3,000 we had 1,000 total viewers last Thursday. Tuesday we had 3,000, and tonight 6,000.
And I just doubled your show.
Right, yeah, pretty much. So So thank you, Alex, for fitting us into your busy schedule. I'm going to start saving up for your next appearance. And Dave, thank you as always for joining us. And be ready for tomorrow night's Hell in a Cell. Everybody, don't forget, 6 Eastern, the show starts. The pre-show starts. So remember, a 4-hour pay-per-view, everybody. I'm going to get there probably about 45 minutes before the show starts.
Yikes.
30 to 45 minutes before the show starts. So that way I can make sure I can find my seat and maybe get a shirt, all that good stuff. Alex is on a Legends contract, yes, and a very expensive one at that. He's not cheap, so that's why you need to go on our Patreon, everybody. Go to our Patreon. It's in the link in the profile and donate.
It's really fun for me, if we're being quite honest.
Yes, I got good seats. If you want to see, I can show you my seats.
Hey, I'm sorry. Alex doesn't have a contract. He's on appearance basis.
Pretty much. I'm independent.
Right. Let's see if I can get my seats up real quick for you guys. I have it on my app, the Ticketmaster app. It's can you see him? Can't really see it. Can't really see it. It's section F5, row 8, seat 6. So I'm on the floor.
Oh, F5? You gotta be F5 in somebody in your F5.
I'm in F5. What are the odds of that? So I might take a sign. I'm not really sure yet. Yeah, I should take a sign though, because I most likely might be on TV. So
you get the table signed.
Yeah, I gotta get the table signed, but they might confiscate that, say it's type of harassment or some shit. I'm just
put them on the back of it. So do a double-sided.
I'm just playing, but maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, make a double-sided sign. Make one say one thing, then flip it around.
Oh God, the good old signs days. But thank you everybody for joining us. Don't forget to jump on YouTube to hit that follow button. Check our Patreon if you don't mind. If you kindly donate, you'll be in a drawing at the end of the month for the Young Buck pop figurines. I don't have them in front of me right now, but for the Young Buck pop figurines. Once we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, we'll be doing our next giveaway. So we're gonna do our 1,000 follower giveaway pretty soon as well, probably next month. So thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be live tomorrow night after Hell in a Cell, and I'll be live throughout the day tomorrow while I'm at Hell in a Cell. So thank you everybody for joining us. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the boxing fight if it hasn't started yet, and enjoy your Sunday before Hell in a Cell. And I hope you guys enjoy Hell in a Cell, and I hope you guys join us tomorrow night. So have a great weekend, because we want to see you tomorrow night. Have a great one, everybody.
Peace.